Okay, guys, it happened. Donald Trump was elected the 47th president of the United States. So, a pretty shocking night on multiple fronts, guys. I mean, not only did he won pretty substantially. And listen, I was wrong. Like, I had 292, 246, the final in my prediction. But, I mean, to be fair to me, the polling industry is a joke. Nobody can listen. I mean, that's what I'm basing a lot of this off of. I'm basing it off the polls. Guys like Alan Lichtman, too, who I was like, okay, these guys have track records. Nope, nothing. Bill Maher, oh, don't even worry. Nope, it's done. To be fair to me, that's what I was going off of. But the polling was completely wrong again. They undercounted him again. It is unreal. 3 elections in a row, they undercounted Trump. But he won pretty much every swing state, guys. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. I mean, honestly, early in the night is when you knew there were some problems early on. I mean, you looked at Georgia, the numbers coming in were not good. Uh, she took a big lead early, and even in a lot of even before that, in Kentucky and Indiana, you saw clearly that Trump was overperforming in a bunch of counties there. So not great for the Harris campaign. And then you see in Georgia here again, 51-49 Trump. She's actually narrowed it a bit as more votes are being counted. But Trump wins Georgia 51-49. He's by over 100,000 votes in a state Biden won in 2020. The biggest shock, guys, for me is North Carolina. I really thought she was going to win North Carolina, but he's up by 3 percentage points, almost 200,000 votes. He's up, and again, it's a lot of votes, but in the grand scheme of things, I mean, she got 2.6. He's at 2.8 roughly. Um, but he wins by 3 percentage points, guys. That's not a it's a pretty substantial margin, especially when the governor Robinson, which I talked about was going to be a big factor, he ended up getting clocked by the Democratic guy Stein. So he won. Carrie Lake also lost, guys. The senator in Arizona, which that state has actually not been called yet, but leaning Trump. And Nevada and Arizona both have not been called, but they're both going to go Trump, guys. Trump's up 5 with 63% of the votes in. And by the way, I mean 63% of the votes in it, ridiculous. The election system there is a disaster. Trump's up 5 in Arizona. In Nevada, Trump's up 5. Again, the so-called polling savant in Nevada had Harris winning narrowly, not even close. He's going to win by a pretty substantial margin, guys. And then we go over again. By the way, the Iowa poll, the Seltzer poll by Ann Seltzer, complete and like I'm sorry, your credibility is lost entirely. You have Harris +3, and she's down by 13 points. That's a 16 point you're off by. Like, this is a poll, a supposedly great pollster. Embarrassing. Like no credibility anymore. It's done. Destroys in Iowa, Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania. Again, guys, pretty interesting. Trump's going to win Pennsylvania. Again, I'm noticing now she's definitely narrowed in a little bit the margins here, but it's still not anywhere near enough. Trump wins Pennsylvania. A lot of rural counties he overperformed in, guys, and a lot even in like Philadelphia, the margins were not enough for Kamala Harris. It's just not enough at all. So Trump wins Pennsylvania. That was it. That was the last date that was called around 2 a.m. That's the other thing. It was called early on. You had a good idea where this was going to go. Let's just be honest. It's like totally different than the last election. Michigan, Trump. I guess they call Michigan for Trump. Um, I think the Gaza issue definitely hurt her there. There's no question about it. Trump 49-7. He's going to win by a percentage and a half. Very similar, guys, to 2016. It's literally pretty much the same map. I mean, Maine, have they called Maine? I mean, she's going to win Maine, but not by much. And another pretty big thing here, guys. Look at the margins in states like New Jersey and New York. I mean, in New Jersey, Biden won by 17, 18 points in 2020. She's going to win by 4 to 5. That's remarkable, guys. That's unbelievable stuff. Even New York, Biden won by 20, or like 20 something. Like Harris is going to win by, I mean, it's 12 points now. I mean, it's crazy. It's unbelievable the margins he's coming up, which is also why, guys, he's going to win the popular vote. Unreal. Like he's going to win the popular vote in all likelihood. This is a black swan event for the Democratic Party in the United States. There's no question. It's shocking because not only have they won the presidency, they're going to win the popular vote. They clinched the Senate, and even guys like Sherrod Brown also got destroyed in their Senate race in Ohio by 5 points. This guy has been elected many terms. Got destroyed in Ohio by Bernie Moreno. Go over to Michigan, Slotkin, who was polling neck and neck, lost by 5 points, guys. And this is why the polling is you cannot. They're just nowhere near correct. this is it for the polling industry. This is 3 elections in a row where they're totally off, and I'm not even including the 2022 midterm race, guys. So it's not good. The Democrats are in trouble, and I think the issue, guys, was just I'm not sure she had a chance. It just seems as though they wanted Trump because I don't think she ran that poorly of a campaign, at least compared to the Clinton campaign. Like, I'm not sure what else she could have done really that differently. I think a lot of, although I will say a lot of it's in the margins. You have to wonder if gender plays a role here in the voting for Harris. I mean, the margins are so slim. Trump's has 3 elections. He's beat 2 females. He's lost to 1 male. It's an interesting storyline that I'm sure is going to be discussed in the days ahead. But it's I'm pretty shocked. I'm pretty shocked. I thought it was possible that he could win, but winning every swing state is crazy. I'm shocked he's going to win Michigan and Wisconsin. I did not expect that at all. Pennsylvania was a toss up, and listen, I mean, it's coming out of the margins, guys. I mean, she's going to win by a percentage point. Arizona's going to go Trump. Nevada's going to go Trump. I'm surprised they haven't really called it, to be honest. Alaska, I'm also really not. I mean, have they not called Alaska yet? I mean, she's up 16 points there. That's definitely going Trump. But as I said, guys, not just the election, they're calling the House. They haven't called yet, but the House is in all likelihood going to the Republicans. Pretty crazy. And let's look at this map, guys. Look at this map. This is extraordinary. We see all this map basically shows the shift in voting percentages from 2020. The map is full of red. The map is red everywhere. It's unbelievable. Look, especially in the countryside here, like in the Midwest, you got a lot of red over here. And again, if you notice, it's more empty on the West Coast because a lot of the votes aren't in yet because they're just not good with the counting. It clearly, Florida is a complete red state now. Trump cleaned out in Florida. Look at Florida, guys. Unbelievable. Every single county went red. And I talked about New York. New York, unreal. I mean, 4 points ahead in Chenango County than 2020. More in 2020. Let's go to Long Island over here. Can we even see Long Island? I'm not sure if we can get to Long Island, but I'm telling you, he did significantly better in Long Island than he did in 2020. I believe he won Nassau County and Long Island for far more points than he won Nassau County, which has not happened for a Republican in years. So a resounding victory for Trump, and he's going to probably have all 3 chambers of Congress, guys. I mean, this is truly an unbelievable outcome for a variety of reasons. And the Democrats need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out quick how they're going to try and obstruct this, or because this is a lot of red on this map, guys, and this is not good for the Democratic Party. And they got a lot of work to do if they're going to try and prevent a lot of Trump's policies from coming in, because he's already said he's going to appoint Robert F. Kennedy to the head of the FDA or CDC. Elon Musk is going to get a major government position. Vivek Ramaswamy, in all likelihood, is going to get a cabinet spot. So it's going to be an interesting few days. I mean, guys, the transition is going to be crazy. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable few weeks with news. But one thing is for sure, we're definitely in for chaos for the next few years. So I got it wrong, but to be fair to me, I was listening to a lot of predictors here, and they were just completely off. But no more polling, guys. It's so done. It's a joke. But yeah, the big headline: Donald Trump has been reelected as the 47th president of the United States, and kind of a landslide, at least in modern terms. But Obama won by more. Biden's probably going to lose won by relatively similar margins when it's all said and done. But as of now, Trump has 51% of the popular vote. So pretty remarkable, guys. So he's at 292 right now. He's probably going to finish with, how many electoral votes is Nevada? He's going to get 6. That'll put him at 298. Arizona will put him at 309. Alaska will put him at like 312. So in all likelihood, it is 312. She'll win Nevada, Maine. But again, why haven't they called Maine? Just bizarre. He's going to have 312. I believe Biden had 306. So 312 probably going to be the final for Donald Trump in his reelection to president of the United States, number 47. So an unbelievable political comeback for Trump. And that's it, guys. We'll be back in a couple of days. Again, I'm sure the Israel front is going to be super interesting. Whether or not Iran attacks, we'll get to you on that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys within a couple of days. So thank you.